Hey guys, today we are going to talk about ethics and why they are important and why we would care about them as engineers. So today we're going to talk about the ethics and why it matters in engineering. Engineers are held to the highest standard of integrity and honesty. This is because engineers have a direct and vital impact on people's everyday quality of life. So the Code of Ethics for Engineers states that the services provided by engineers must be honest, impartial, fair, and equal when it comes to the public's health, safety, and welfare. Also, engineers must perform under a standard of professional behavior that requires us to adhere to the highest principles of ethical conduct. Also stated in the Engineer Code of Ethics are some rules. So the first one says, hold paramount the safety and health and welfare of the public. 2 is to perform services only in areas of their own competence. 3, issue public statements only in an objective and truthful manner. 4, act for each employer or client as a faithful agent or trustee. 5, avoid deceptive facts. And 6, conduct themselves honorably, responsibly, ethically, and lawfully so as to enhance the honor, reputation, and usefulness of their profession. So with engineering, there are a lot of unknown risks that can occur within a design. There's a lot of things that you cannot account for down the line. So it's up to the engineers to account for these unknown risks happening at one point and installing fail-safes or any other type of mitigation tool to keep the public safe and to ensure if a disaster were to occur that it would be minimal and would not cause loss of life or loss of damage or anything like that. So what engineers use sometimes to try to quantify this risk, try to put it in numbers, they use cost-benefit risk analysis. The way safety should be looked at is not as a goal, but rather should be a goal rather than an achievement. So it shouldn't just be something that happens, it should be something you strive for. As in anything else in engineering, there's trade-offs that you have to make between the cost, the benefits, and kind of the unbenefits, the bad things that could happen. So you have to trade off. Sometimes the most safe thing is not the cheapest thing. And then sometimes the cheap thing is not the most safe. So looking at these trade-offs, you have to make sure that you're doing something that's safe for everyone, but also making you a buck. So you're not trying to cut corners and make this very unsafe product. So to a company, money isn't the most important thing, it's the only important thing. And using this cost-benefit risk analysis, it's a way to quantify these risks and put it into kind of how much each thing is going to cost. So this helps you make a decision, which is the best way to go, which fail-safe or whatever, what sensor you're going to use to make sure that everything's safe. And the bottom line is safety is something, kind of a gut feeling, it's something that can't be quantifiable. You try to put in numbers, put in dollar signs. Sometimes it doesn't work, and if you have a feeling that something's not safe, something doesn't feel right, something's not ethical, make sure to go with your gut feeling, go with what you think is not safe, and make sure not to use it.